within the rules and the intent and the spirit, we're going to take our mask off while we're doing business with each other here. This will facilitate us being able to be heard better and allow us to be a little clearer and have a little more ease of communication with the kingdom. When you see us getting up and moving and getting close to each other, we'll put our mask back on. So I want you to understand what the intent is and what we're doing. And who made these beautiful masks?
These beautiful masks were presented to us from Notting Hill Coil, and they were made by the Noble Serafina.
And I don't know if you can tell it, but the little spikes have little plague masks on themselves. They're absolutely beautiful.
They are gorgeous. And by household, we do not mean the meaning of household in the SCA. We mean household as in your residence.
Right. For the interpretation of COVID.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for joining us, Your Excellencies.
Thank you for having us, Your Majesties.
Thank you for having us.
So last night we had a splendid time putting a good gentle on vigil. We'll deal with that business as the latter part of this court, but we have business first with Hawkwood.
Herein opens the final court of their Excellencies, Edward and Gracia, Baron and Baroness of Hawkwood.
Greetings, everybody. Before we get into any of our orders of business, I just wanted to say thank you to everybody. This has been an amazing experience. I know I'm tearing up already. This has been an amazing experience, and Hawkwood has grown so much in the last 3 years, and we cannot take credit for that because it has been the populace of Hawkwood that has worked so hard, and we're just glad that we could be a part of that. And it's been amazing. And so thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you all for being here and helping us look our best and helping Hawkwood to grow to be its best. Now I think we'll do our first order of business.
Their Excellencies demand the presence of Lord Robert Left Hand of Weymouth.
Do you want to take this one?
So, Robert, it is hard to quantify how important and absolutely essential you have been in our entire reign. You've kept us sane, you've kept us on the straight and narrow, and you were there just as new as we were. You stepped up into the seneschal position very, very soon before we stepped up as Baron and Baroness, and you were nothing but supportive, and you were the steady hand when we were shaking, and we could not have been as successful as we were without you by our side every step of the way.
Well, and we have all the benefits of getting to sit at high table and sit in these thrones and wear the hats, but the seneschal doesn't get any of that recognition. It's really often a thankless job, and you've done it for so long and you've done it for so well.
And so this is at least one, hopefully, you know how heartfelt this thank you is. And so we unfortunately do not have the scroll with us due to COVID and traveling restrictions. We unfortunately can't show it. It's not with us, but we will get that to you shortly. But we would like to give you our Baronial Award of Excellence because you kept our hearts in it through the whole thing, and we could not have done it without you. And I hope that you know how much you've meant to us through this whole reign. For Lord Robert Left Hand of Weymouth.
Vivat!
Vivat! Vivat!
Their Excellencies demand the presence of Lord Felix Pasamonte.
Felix, you know what you did. You've actually done quite a bit. You were another person that was always there beside us. You helped us. Those awesome gloves I have, you made. You retained for us. The list could go on and on.
You were there by our side. You were the ones keeping us. One of the ones keeping us sane. Helping us keep a smile when it was hard to have one. And I mean, we can't say how much we appreciate what you've done.
And inspiring the silliness.
Yes, keeping it silly, keeping it fun with your squeaky cob pieces. That was sometimes the laugh that you needed exactly when you needed it.
So today we also want to award you with our Baronial Award of Excellence. Do you see a trend?
And we do have the scroll for this one.
Yes.
It's the black and hazy.
Don't know how well you can see it. I know that
This the calligraphy and the illumination is done by Hawkwood's Kira Lechuza. Thank you so much, Felix.
let's have some beatbox for Felix.
For Lord Felix Pasamonte.
Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
And do you want to move on to the next one?
The next order of business?
Yeah, the next order of business.
The next order of business.
We demand the presence of Lady Veronica Pasamonte, and she lives with us so she can be this close. Words fail me. If there was a second Baroness of Hawkwood, it was this woman right here. She was literally with us the entire time, driving to Ravens Cove
In the rain.
in the rain with me to attend a curia. Anytime one of us couldn't be at an event, you were the other person that was there with them. Just this constant retainer. And even if you couldn't be there, you lined up someone that could, and it's just been incredible. And for the third time, we'll say we couldn't do this without you.
We were never alone, and you kept our heads on straight. You kept us on task, and you made us look way better than we are. You were the magic that made it happen, and we talk about it all the time, but you're so important to both of us. And I know that since we're in the same literal house, it made it difficult to be able to recognize you while we're standing up there because it makes it awkward for awards. So I don't want you to think we didn't appreciate you these 3 years. But now that we're about to step down, we wanted to take this last second while we still had the power to tell you how much you mean to us, okay?
And for the third time again, we will award our Baronial Award of Excellence.
Is there a theme here, I think?
Now, go get your own scroll that's back there.
Your Excellencies, would you like this read?
Oh, yes, please.
A barony is judged by the actions and works of her people, and it is in the actions of Lady Veronica Pasamonte that we as a barony may take our pride. Her aid, direction, and passion has helped us in ways we cannot describe with words alone. Therefore, we, Baron Edward Goddale and Baroness Gracia Slay, bestow upon her our Baronial Award of Excellence, done by our hands this 19th of September, AS 55, at Hawkwood's Baronial birthday. It does not say on it who described
Gabriel the
what.
Traveler.
Gabriel the Traveler
Oh,
is the
wow.
scribe and illuminator.
So now I think, if I remember right, Stormwall had a special gift for us. I honestly have no idea what this is. I've just been told that they have something. So
This was given to me yesterday, so this is news to me as well. But Stormwall felt strongly that we'd work together with them so much to, in them becoming a canton, that they've sent this to us. Lady Juliana has come out of retirement as a scribe to make this for us. It says, the Canton of Stormwall wishes to thank their excellencies, Baron Edward Goddale, Baroness Gracia Slay, and Baroness Veronica Pasamonte, for their generosity and excellence in service. With deepest gratitude, love, and loyalty, we wish you all the best. Done this 19th day of September, Anno Societatis 54. It is signed by Arias Velarde de Santia de Mar, Maximilian Bruder, Adair of Maxwell, Francesca of Stormwall, Lucretia Sarta de Pili, and Juliana Blackwood. And I know y'all can't see it from there. There's
a
a
light.
lightsaber on here. Thank you, Stonewall.
Thank you, Stormwall.
Jolly.
Incredible. I think it's a champions are next.
So next, we'd like to send out a sincere thank you for all of our champions throughout our entire reign, not just the ones standing now, but every champion we've had. You've had our back. You've gone to countless tournaments and took our Hawkwood's honor to the field, both in arts and science and in martial activities. And we thank you all. And to our current champions, at this point, we release you thankfully from our service.
And I do want to add to that I'd also like to thank all the people who were not official baronial champions, but in the moment stood up to represent our barony in champion competitions. You know who you are. Thank you so much. I think it's time for your farewells.
Edward has said his farewells, and I'd like a chance to say mine. Like he said, this has been a wild ride, and we thank everyone that's been with us throughout it. And while we're stepping down, as I've said to many of you, we're not going anywhere. We're hot. We bleed, blue, gold, and white. We're going to stay with Hawkwood even after we step down. And thank you all for being so supportive, helping us make Hawkwood the friendly, fun place that it is. And most importantly, for everyone that supported us in our stewardship of the dream to make it happen for everyone. We couldn't have done it without you. And thank you so much for all of your support.
It's 4 times we've said it now. Keep them count. Your Majesties, this is a very special box. And as far as I know, every barony has a box like this that contains just a bit of the earth of that barony. And in the last few years, I've seen a lot of transitions, a lot of investitures. And what I hear a lot is, I'm going to hand you this box of dirt. This is not a box of dirt. A person once told me, when you dig in the ground, it's dirt. But when you tend to it, that's no longer just dirt, that is soil. And in soil, things can grow. And in the last 3 years, we have worked this land and we have seen it thrive. So Your Majesties, today I don't return to you a box of dirt. I entrust with you the sacred soil of Hawkwood. I think it's time.
She loved the food. She was serving the things all over, especially the license. She never knew about it, which I was worried she was going to do. She was really looking for it.
Maybe she likes the beeswax to put on,
Maybe.
the leather.
Excellencies,
The thing with Lincoln was
if you would, please join us over here.
Probably the leather. They got such.
I've been king. I am king. I've been a great officer. The hardest job in the society is to be baron and baroness. It's a job that's required attention and care every single day. You take the newest people that come in from all different avenues and you teach them what it is to be a part of what we're doing. In essence, you develop a household without all of the advantages households have. You develop people with the idea that they're going to grow and they're going to leave you. They don't leave the place they came from, but they expand their service. And they take the skills that you gave them and the fellowship that you taught them, and they move throughout our entire society. Hawkwood has been an amazing place the last 3 years. I was there the day you both stepped up, when you were both shiny, full of ambition, not quite sure what was going on, but you were going to do it anyway. You have developed this barony into one of the keystones of the kingdom. It really is strong. It really is fun. We have a great time every time we come here. We'd encourage everyone from the kingdom to come. Not only is the environment beautiful, the people are. They've taken a lot from you, and you put your heart into it, and it shows.
So let me go one step further. It's certainly not dirt, and it's more than soil from which things that will grow. This is the fertile earth from which you have made things grow and spring and enlarge. So your barony has multiplied, and that's because of the careful of its gardeners, and that's you guys. So we thank you for this precious earth that can nurture further seedlings.
This earth, we're going to give to you
Any
to remember your time and to keep. We're going to charge your successors to develop their own earth and to develop a box and guard it for the kingdom. But you both have earned it, and I give it to you for your safety. We are also minded today to elevate you to Baron and Baroness in our court with a grant of arms, and we want to present you with these coronets that have been made and gifted for you in particular. For their excellencies.
Do we know who those came from?
Her Excellency is the Dare of Maxwell, and His Excellency is from Mistress Mikhail Amand de Champagne.
So we have scrolls also.
We do.
We do.
Would you read hers first?
I will. See, hear, read, and understand these words. It is our prerogative as King and Queen of Atlantia to honor with the title of Baroness those of our subjects whose noble attributes have pleased us. We, Anton and Leonard, do hereby name Gracia Slave, Baroness of the Court of Atlantia, in appreciation of her dedicated service as our territorial Baroness of Hawkwood. Further, we do grant her the sole and exclusive right to bear arms to wit, her band azure and argent, a rainbow proper, and a Pegasus sergent azure. By our hand on this 19th day of September, honor Societatis 55 at our Galicia Court at Costella Sotomayor. Damn Spanish. And Regina. Calligraphy and illumination by Mrs. Martel von Schlottenberg.
So while this Grace is getting ready to read the next one, all scrolls will be put up on the link either immediately after this or maybe some even during it, because I know you can't see them real well with the equipment we have right now in the glare. Thank you.
Let it be known to all our subjects, we, Anton and Leonard, King and Queen of Atlantia, have noted the long and faithful service given our realm by Edward Goddale. In recognition of his faithful service as our territorial Baron of Hawkwood, we this day confer upon him the dignity, honor, and splendor of a Baron of our court, and the privilege of the use and display of a baronial coronet. We do also grant him the sole and exclusive right to bear arms to wit, her pale gules and azure, 3 chalices and a greyhound sergeant or, on this 19th day of September, on Societatis 55, at our Galicia Court at Costella Sotomayor. Anton Rex, Leonard Regina, calligraphy and illumination also done by Mistress Martel von Schlottenberg.
For their excellencies.
For their excellencies, Edward and Gracia, Baron and Baroness of the Court of Atlantia. Viva! Viva! Viva!
When when you're ready.
Their majesties would have before them Lord Tiberius, Aufidius, Crispus, and Lady Rhiannon of Raven's Cove.
We spoke with you several months ago after taking the wishes of your barony into account to ask you if you would take up the rights and responsibilities of being Baron and Baroness of Hawkwood. At that time, you told us you would with a glad heart. Are you still able to say so today?
Yeah.
We are. For our part, we are very happy with you. We know that you will do a fantastic job. The amount of overwhelming support that you go into this office with is a very happy thing. You come into a barony that's working. You come into it with people who are getting along with each other, and overwhelming majority of those people ask that you too take the wheel of their ship and keep it on course. Our charge for you, first order of business, you must get a box and you must find some dirt. And before you give it back to whoever sits in these chairs, it has got to be earth.
Sure.
I invest you as Baron of Hawkwood.
And as Baroness.
Thank you.
Oh, we hear oaths.
Might
You
have
want
to
to
get a
do
little
them
closer.
together? Here, you can stand. It's fine.
Yeah.
I swear to you, Your Majesty, that I will do my utmost to protect your baron and protect the people that take it away. Years of service that
For our part, we shall assist you as you ask. We shall support you, and we shall stand with you. We will call on you for advice. We will look for you to help us to find good gentles to be recognized and raised up from these good lands. For our part, we so swear to stand with you.
We give you our lands and trust in keeping.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Please take your seats. Your Excellencies, once you have a bit of refreshment, would you like to have a bit of business?
We would, Your
Good.
Majesty.
First off, thank you everybody for putting your trust in us. It's really overwhelming still that this is actually happening. We will do our best for you in this time. Please, especially in this weird space we're in where we can't see each other face to face. If you need us, please reach out to us, and we promise to do our best for you.
And we also look to the support you've already given us and your continued support as we travel through this journey together and watch our beautiful barony grow even more than it has.
At this time, we are not going to announce our baronial champions because we would like to do that in person with all of you. Again, those letters of intent, we would love to have them by the new year. First order of business.
Herein opens the court of Tiberius and Rhiannon, Baron and Baroness of Hawkwood. Their Excellencies would have in their presence Lord Felix Pastamonte.
So Felix, this is a big day for you. Oh man. So for those of you who have seen our lovely outfits, These were actually done by Lord Felix. This was his very first commission, creating garb for other people. And he researched these outfits and created them for us. And we are just completely overwhelmed by how amazing they are. And for that, Felix, we would like to award you the Silver Wings of Hawkwood. We do not have a scroll for you at this time. We have a picture of it. We will get it to you as soon as we possibly can. Yeah.
For Lord Felix Pasamonte, newest recipient of the Silver Wings of Hawkwood. Viva! Viva!
Viva!
Our next order of business, this individual, we polled for one of our baronial polling orders, and the decision was unanimous to accept this person into that order, and so we'd like to call them into court.
Their Excellencies would see now Lady Asa Gilter.
And our,
Asa, oh my goodness. So for those of you who've been around in Hawkwood, Lady Asa has been serving as an officer in this barony since I think about the time I started in the SCA, quite a while ago. The amount of service she has put in has been overwhelming. And even back when we first heard that we were stepping up, I think that was in May. And we started thinking of who we would like to honor. Yours is one of the first names that came up. And this order completely agrees with us on this.
And we absolutely want to recognize you to the service that you've done to the barony and to the kingdom as a whole. And we do have a scroll for you today.
You want me to announce the order?
Yes, please.
Their Excellencies would have before them the Order of the Golden Moon.
Right, and we do have a scroll if you could read our scroll.
It is by the bountiful and inexhaustible services of our people that a barony thrives. Such brave service has been exemplified by Lady Asa Gilter. With the smallest whisper and the loudest roar, she has used her voice to share the words of the barony with her people. In recognition of her dauntless service, we Baron Tiberius Aufidius Crispus and Baroness Rhiannon of Ravenscove to induct her into the Order of the Golden Moon, done by our hands this 19th day of September, Honor Societatis 55 at Hawkwood's baronial birthday.
And the illumination and the calligraphy was done by Lord Gabriel, the Traveler of Sacred Stone.
There's so many things that we want to say, and
we'll say them in person when we bring you your scroll.
We will like to deliver this very shortly to you.
Vivax for Lady Asa.
For Lady Asa Gilter, newest companion of the Order of the Golden Moon. Viva!
Viva! Viva!
To continue, there's so many of you that we want to recognize and honor today. We are going to hold some meetings and some courts, hopefully in person in the next several months.
We've got a while.
We've got a little bit of time to wait. Until then, though, please continue to send us your support, and we thank you all.
And award recommendations. Thank you, everybody.
We are looking forward to everything we can do.
Here closes the first court of Baron Tiberius and Baroness Rhiannon, Baron and Baroness Hawkwood.
Your Majesty.
Here now continues the court of Their Majesties Anton and Linnet. Their Majesties would recognize now Lady Hildegard Bergeron.
Lady Hildegard, I don't know how many of you attended Kingdom A&S this past year. It was a room filled with displays. You had to maneuver your way carefully around the tables to see everything. And then there were additional rooms set aside for other competitions that took place during that day. Now, Lady Hildegard was not the autocrat for that event. Instead, she was everything behind the scenes. She helped educate the autocrat on the ANS community. She went on the site tours to try to find the right location that would hold everything. She personally oversaw the displays, all 40 plus ANS displays in the hall, and coordinated where they'd go and the placement and which one was which. So that event, she was unofficial entirely, and she just gave freely of her time. That event could not have happened without her. Between her and the autocrat, they mastered that event. It was a fabulous event. Excellent displays, good court, good competitions. So Lady Hildegard, for your going beyond just even what you would imagine, no official role and just helping to help, we would like to award you the fountain. Fountain. We also have a scroll.
Service flows from worthy subjects and refreshes the kingdom. We, Anton and Leonard, rightful king and queen of Atlantia, do here award our fountain to Hildegard Bergerin for her service and contribution to our arts and sciences. Set by our hand this 19th day of September, Honor Societatis 55 at our Galicia Court at Castello Sotomayor. Anton Rex, Leonard Regina.
Thank you so much for your contribution, and your medallion and the scroll will be mailed to you.
Vivat.
4, Lady Hildegard Bergerin, newest recipient of the Award of the Fountain. Vivat!
Vivat! Vivat!
Yes.
Their Majesties will hear now from Dame Emma West.
Your Majesties, fellow Atlanteans, I want to thank you for the opportunity you have given me to serve your kingdom as your kingdom chatelaine these past 3 years. To all the chatelaines who have served during my tenure, you are a wonderful group of people, and you have my gratitude for all that you've done to help me do my job. I love Atlantia. I love our community, and I am extremely happy to pass on my position to Baroness Margaret. Thank you, Your Majesties.
Dane Enema, your service over the past years has been an example to all of us. You have done, like the Baron and Baroness role, one of the hardest jobs. Taking new people, finding interest, partnering them with folks that have shared interest or shared personalities, and trying to help people develop the love and the interest in our kingdom and in our organization that draws them in initially. You help them with garb, you've helped them with events, you've helped them get to places, and most importantly, you've knitted them together and you've kept track of them. This is the service of a chatelaine, and our kingdom has grown and has become enriched by your work. For our part, we accept that your job has come to an end in this official capacity. But I know that you will never stop doing this job because it is a passion, and we respect that, and we thank you for it. At this time, we will accept you stepping down and allow you some time to recharge and get ready to step forward for your next adventure. Majesty, you have anything?
Thank you for serving Atlantia, and it's okay to take a break now.
For Dame Emma.
4, Dame Emma West and her service as Kingdom Chatelaine. Vivat!
Vivat! Vivat!
Yep. Okay. Oh.
Their Their Majesties would hear now from Baroness Margaret Ladd.
So,
Thank you, Your Majesties. Before I give my oath, I'd also like to thank Dame Emma West for her service to the Kingdom of Atlantia as my predecessor. Dame Emma, thank you for your hard work and support of both myself and the local and regional chatelaines of our kingdom. Your sacrifices and service have been greatly appreciated. Thank you. Now, before I am able to give my oath of fealty to the Crown of Atlantia as a great officer of state, I must first be free of conflicting oaths. I have therefore asked my peer, Duchess Adelheid Fuchs, to release me as her companion and student so that I may take this oath to their Majesties today. Her Grace, through her own fealty to the Crown, has agreed to release me so that I may serve the Crown in the capacity of a great officer. Your Majesties, I hereby swear fealty to the Crown of Atlantia as a great officer of state. I promise to always be loyal to the Kingdom of Atlantia, her crown, her lands, and her people, and to serve as best as I am able, from this hour henceforth until my crown release me, death take me, or the world end.
Margaret, for our part, we respect and appreciate you taking on this office. You may argue that it's the most important office that we have. It is what we do to drive growth, membership, and education from the newest people that seek us. In the period of time that we're now challenged in, it's very, very important that we continue to support all of the interest that comes our way to Emma Kingdom. We have people reach out to us each day that are stuck at home, and many of them look to our websites and to the content that they see on Facebook, and they're interested, and they always want to know who to talk to. They get pointed towards the Chatelaines office. They get pointed that way through our publications and through individuals. Your passion, energy, and excitement for this office is what we require of you on a daily basis to keep that pipeline coming with new citizens and new people that we can hopefully attract to our dream.
The office of Chatelaine is not new to you. You have shown yourself to be a capable, enthusiastic, and passionate Chatelaine in other roles. And this is what has commended you to us for this office. We know that you will continue to excel at that. And we look forward to seeing Atlantia's newcomers under your guidance.
For our oath to you, we swear to stand for you, to help you, and support you in your endeavors for the office, for as long as we are on the throne, or until death takes us. This we so swear.
We so swear.
For Her Excellency Margaret.
For Her Excellency Baroness Margaret Ladd, new Kingdom Chatelaine. Vivat!
Vivat! Vivat!
Viva!
Yes. Okay.
Do you want the order next?
The person first.
No,
Person first.
Okay. Wait, did you want this one? This one, correct? This one.
No, that one.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Their Majesties would have in their presence Lady Anise Argent.
Lady Arnish, your work through the fiber works, whether it be for spinning, weaving, has had many people call your name to us. So we looked around and we saw the work, and like them, we were impressed. So we looked to our Order of the Pearl and asked them how they value and how they judge your work. And their answer was, she is a member. call forth the order.
Their Majesties, call forward the Order of the Pearl.
Berenice, this is the symbol of the pearl. It is one of Atlantea's oldest and most revered awards. For your work with not only doing, but teaching and leading in the world of fiber arts, we'd like to induct you into this order. We have a scroll?
We do. Atlantea's warriors are mighty, and those who serve worthy of highest praise. But at the heart of Atlantea are her artisans. The beauty they create should be recognized and honored. Thus do we, Anton King and Lynette, our queen, this day recognize Anise Argent for her wondrous work with fiber, her music both played and sung, and the hours spent in sharing her skills with others. It pleases us to honor her by naming her a companion of the Pearl with all the privileges and responsibilities thereof. Further do we grant her the right to bear arms of her choosing on this 19th day of September, Honor Societatis 55, at Galicia Court, at Castello Sotomayor, Hawkwood, Anton Rex, Lynette Regina. Calligraphy, Baron Dominic Elphinstone. Illumination, Dame Marjorie Winterbourne.
So at a point in the future where we can gather, we will give you your medallion, your scroll will be forwarded to you, and you can meet your order. But thank you so much for your work.
And congratulations.
4. Lady Anise Argent, newest companion of the Order of the Pearl.
Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
Your Excellency, we have some business with you also.
Yeah, I'm in trouble already.
10 minutes. That's all it took. 10 minutes.
It seems it's not just a special day for Felix.
Felix. No.
Oh, yeah.
Their Majesties would have before them the Order of the White Scarf.
Whoop, whoop. Yeah!
Majesties, it's my honor to stand for my brothers and sisters and represent them.
We were really torn by the fact that you were going to be stepping up as Baron, because this is also something that you richly earned and deserved, and the support was overwhelming from you, from your brothers and sisters in this order. So on a day where you have stepped up as Baron of Hawkwood, it seemed right and fitting that this rank be bestowed upon you so all could see it. Your Majesty?
And we didn't want to wait one more minute because you are definitely deserving of this honor.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Your Grace, this came from...
That came as a gift from Lord Gilbert, made by Master Klaus.
He snuck it in here when you weren't looking.
Mm-hmm.
You're having a double wild day, aren't you?
It's not just Felix.
Not just you.
Actually, once you feel like you were cheated out of your prize fight, let's go.
Now that you're done with that, Your Grace, do you have a scroll?
Absolutely. Unto all to whom these presents come, know we, Anton and Lynette, King and Queen, are well pleased with our rapier community and how well they defend our land. We have seen one in particular who has proven his talent with the blade, leadership within the list and upon the field at WoW, ever striving to excel in his craft and aid others to also develop. Thus are we, King Anton, with our Queen Lynette, minded to induct Tiberius Aufidius Crispus as a member of the Order of the White Scarf. 2, do we choose to grant arms with all the rights and privileges therein, to wit, per ben, regally argent and vert, 2 weasels, détente, counterchanged. Done this 19th day of September, in the first year of the plague, being the 20th year of our Lord, in our barony of Hawkwood, at this Galicia Court, at Castello Sotomayor, Anton Rex, Leonid Regina. Calligraphy and illumination by Mistress Mordero and Tremaine.
He's working on it. So a lot of papers.
There's lots of papers.
Left-handed people don't usually do this.
Oh,
wow. Yeah.
You can hand it back to him now. Your Excellency, I have enjoyed watching you fight for a number of years now.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
4, His Excellency Baron Tiberius, newest companion of the Order of the White Scarf.
Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
At your leisure.
Their Majesties would recognize now Lady Delecta Diane de Averno. My apologies.
My lady, you have come to the attention of Her Majesty and I through, let me say, a direction that is near and dear to our hearts. We dearly love the craft of brewing. Though we no longer practice it, we do enjoy the work of that. Your work has been recognized. Your friends, peers, and superiors have all come and spoke of the quality of your work. For that, we would like to award you the Coral Branch.
Now, we don't have a scroll. There is a scroll somewhere.
It is in caravan. It has
Been delayed due to an avalanche.
We understood that it was on the way to our home before we left on adventure for here, but it did not get there yet. So when it arrives,
When the caravan actually reaches the palace, we will forward it to you by the swiftest messenger.
not a caravan.
Not a caravan.
4, Lady Delecta Diane de Averno, newest recipient of the Coral Branch.
Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
Woo!
Okay,
Ready to stand up?
I am.
All right.
Come now before their Majesties, Don Julian de la Fontaine.
The Order of Defense has been the first new peerage level award for over 4 decades in our society. As such, that peerage is still, I would say, in its infancy. It's learning how to grow and develop and how to find its own unique identity. This peerage recognizes the highest level of prowess in rapier combat and masters in the art of defense. As a member of the Order of Defense, Lord Julian, you sat vigil last night, and in future you will be expected to wield your weapons only in defense of Atlantia and its subjects. You will be looked to as a teacher, a mentor, and above all, an example of what is best in rapier in Atlantia. This is both a blessing and a burden. There will be weighty expectations upon you. Having sat vigil last night upon those weighty expectations, is it still your wish to be inducted
into the Order of Defense?
It is still my wish to be inducted in the Order of Defense.
Yes.
Thank you. The Order of Defense comes with certain regalia, and we will have those dear to you and to the order speak about it now. Is there a collar?
There is, Your Majesty. Julian, from this day forward, you will wear a white collar when you take the field and when you walk among the citizenry of Atlantia. This marks you as a master of defense, a member of our community, someone who is to be respected. I charge you to earn the respect every day. The collar that will be placed upon your head once you give your oath was first worn by Master Adon. It was then worn by Master Charismos. Today, you will be the third Master of Defense to first wear this collar. Your Excellency, as a representative of the Crown, I will hand this to you for when it's appropriate. Wear it well and in good health.
Is there a medallion?
Part of the collar, Your Majesty.
It's on the collar.
Oh, it's on the collar. Is there a cape?
There is, Your Majesty. Julian, the cloak of the Master bears the emblem and the badge of the Master of Defense. Only masters are allowed to wear this badge. You are now joining a group of people that represents excellence in sword fighting worldwide. As such, as you feel the weight of the cloak around you, you will know that you are supported and the expectations of the entire order are on you. But along with that support comes friendship. And we wish you and will support you in everything you do and look forward to seeing your endeavor.
Is there other regalia to be spoken on?
Your Majesty, there is a sword, and we think it would be right and proper if you would speak on its importance.
A weapon is designed, its very purpose to give harm. A true master knows when to keep that weapon sheathed and when to bear it and when to use it. You are charged to be mindful of the harm you can do, not only with the sword, but with careless words, base acts in combat, or false teachings. Keep your words true, your combat noble, and your teachings pure, or else the weapon that you take to hand shall turn in that very hand. Julian, are you ready now to declare your oath?
Yes, Your Majesty.
His Majesty and I will hear it.
I swear fealty to the Crown and populace of Atlantia. I pledge to serve and defend the realm. I will be a servant to those in need. I will love virtue. I will freely teach of my knowledge. I renew my devotion to an everlasting quest for skill with the blade. This I swear as a master of Atlantia, Julian de la Fontaine.
As a peer of our realm, we will look to you for guidance. We will look to you for counsel. We will ask opinions in the art of defense and in all other areas upon which we may need your guidance. We will stand with you and behind you. And should ever you need us, we will be the rock upon which you may lend your shoulder for some respite.
This we so swear.
until we
Earth take us,
depart the throne.
or the world ends.
Please place the collar upon Master Julian. I introduce you now, Atlantia, to the newest member of the Order of Defense, Master Julian de la Fontaine.
Here, here.
We have a scroll.
Yes, Your Majesties, we sure do. Shining bright to the example of chivalry, scholarship, and skill, Julian de la Fontaine is an exemplar of these virtues. We, Anton and Leonard, recognize this mastery. He shall henceforth be recognized by honorable display of white livery and badge of the Order of Defense. We award letters patent, professed engrailed, gules and bearing engrailed argent, and azure in chief a cross of Jerusalem ore. Done this 19th day of September, Honor Societatis 55 at the Galicia Court at Castello Sotomayor, Anton Rex, Leonard Regina, image in hand by Maestra Esperanza Susanna Fletcher.
Vivat.
4. Master Julian de la Fontaine, newest member of the Order of Defense. Vivat!
Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
We're holding this scroll hostage until you can see us again.
Yes.
It's gorgeous.
He saw it.
I know, he saw it last night, but he wants to see it again.
So, Atlantia, this is our first virtual court. We would welcome feedback, both positive and negative recommendations. We have a number of these planned going forward. We look forward to them. It's been a great deal of fun, but we would be remiss not to say thank you to an awful lot of people who helped this happen. So, for the scroll that was there, that was the work of
Maestra Esperanza.
Maestra Esperanza. I always forget that. And she is our royal secretary. She has coordinated all of the scrolls. She has worked with all of the caravans, and she has put up with the both of us not knowing exactly what we're going to do at any court from here in the back, and then waiting to find out who would accept an award virtually and who would need to receive one in person. She's been a real rock for us. Likewise, their graces, Lynette, Ragnar. Each one of them have a very different role for us, but it's essential for pulling these courts together. Her Grace Lynette works to coordinate this with all of the site prep, works with all of the people to make sure it's ready, coordinates with IT and the whole facilities it takes to put on a virtual court. Ragnar's role is he is not only the champion for this reign, he is also charged to work with every peer who has someone who is going to stand vigil, to arrange those vigils in a way that is meaningful and important to that particular person. The work goes on every day. The work is never seen by anybody. The efforts put forth at each site to provide a venue that's so beautiful as this, like the one we had last night, none of that happens accidentally. Folks have put a great deal of work into this, and we really appreciate it.
Yes, their past and future excellencies of Hawkwood have graced us with this beautiful pavilion here as our backdrop. And of course, we couldn't have done any of this without Lord Melchior, who has been the rock upon which we all rely.
And Elfin?
And Elfin and Delia, their excellencies of Notting Hill Coil, who with little notice, we asked for their assistance for the vigil for Master Julian, and boom, they gave everything they had to it. So thank you, so many people. There are more. Thank you, everyone who's contributed to these virtual events, which are really kind of partially virtual and partially a whole lot of work here.
So our plan going forward is this. We're going to continue to support the virtual courts. I think you've all seen the schedule. where there are vigils that are associated with those, we will travel personally to the vigil site and put the candidates on vigil. Then we will have court the next day in that area, and we will proceed much as you have seen today. We appreciate the fact that you all are supporting with the number of people who can be attending for everyone's safety. I appreciate the fact that you're doing this in your home groups and with local activities, and that you understand that the rules that we are imposing are to protect our community. Each person is valuable. We cannot get somebody sick because of somebody having a forgetful moment. We're there to help each other. We don't have to correct, we can simply remind. We have good people who want to do the right thing. So, Atlantia, thank you, and help us do a better job. Close court.
There being no further business, herein closes the court of their majesties Anton and Lynette, Rex Regina Atlantia. Vivat Atlantia! Vivat!
Vivat! Vivat!